In music, we find that certain patterns of chords, what we call chord progressions, recur frequently, particularly at cadences. And we remind ourselves, of course, of the commonest cadence, 1-C-5-1, which sometimes is enhanced by a dominant seventh on the second last chord. So we hear this. So a seventh is added to the dominant chord, which serves to pull the music strongly towards the tonic. So it's a very strong progression and gives a pleasing finality to the cadence. You find it in lots of music. For example, the well-known carol, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, goes like this. Or Happy Birthday to You goes like this. And that's possibly the commonest of the chord progressions at cadences. Another cadential progression which we often find involves a different chord in the third to last position. Instead of the 1C, we find 2B, and often with a seventh added. Let's stick to G major. There's G major, chord 2, the supertonic, sounds like that. We add a seventh to it, and then we put that in first inversion. So we rearrange the notes in this order, and that's our third to last chord. I'll just play that one once again. In addition to these and other cadential progressions or recurrent patterns of chords, we find chord sequences. The most common of these sequences is called the circle of fifths, which I think has already been mentioned. This is a very important particular pattern and is found in 18th century music by composers like Vivaldi, writing in early 18th century Venice, but also in later music of all sorts. The circle of fifths is so called because of the pattern of notes in the bass, going like this, from C to F, B to E, A to D, G to C. So you're going down fifths. And if you put root position chords on top of that, in the context of the key of C, it would sound like this. I'll play that again. Here we are in the same thing in G, circle of fifths in G, all root position chords. Now let's hear it in some real music. I mentioned the composer Vivaldi. Well, here's an example of a short piece by Vivaldi from his Concerto Grosso, Opus 3. And he uses the circle of fifths, and it sounds like this. You see the pattern in the bass? And here's the music again. You find exactly the same pattern of chords in the popular song Autumn Leaves. Again, all the chords are in root position. This time we're in G minor, and it goes like this. Here's the circle. So far, the circles of fifths we've heard have been with chords in root position, but the circle of fifths also works with some of the chords in first inversion. Here's G major. G major again. You don't see the pattern of fifths in the bass because some of the chords are in the different inversion, because the second, fourth and sixth chords are all first inversion, but it's the same chord. So instead of, we have, and again I'll play the whole thing. And finally, the circle of fifths is sometimes used to modulate to a different key. Depending on how you arrange things, you can actually use the circle of fifths to change key. So for example, if we're in C major and we want to go to A minor, we might do this. And the all-important G sharp, which is the leading note of A minor, pulls us towards A minor. But we have the circle there in the bass. Once again, C major to A minor. Or we might want to go to G major. So if we start again in C, the important thing there is that the first fifth is not perfect. It doesn't go F, it doesn't go C, F, it goes C, F sharp, and that pulls it around to G. So here we are again, C major to G major.